Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Feather. Welcome to Feathered Leo Tarot, where it's Leo here all the time, and it does not matter where it's at in your chart. Or if you're a cross watcher, just be aware my messages are heavy. Sometimes, most of the time. If you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, you don't. Don't throw a fit. Watch something different. I was called to do a specific message today for those of you that are dealing with or have been dealing with someone for years. So if you've been, and I mean dealing with someone for years, and there's issues, let's talk about it. All right, so let's jump into the reading screen. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations of love, requests for reads, for coming and hanging out with me. Thumbs up's best thing you can do for me. Thumbs, thumbs, thumbs. And subscribe so I can attach to your energy, or we can resonate better. So let's talk about it, Leos. You've been dealing with this person for years. I don't know why. I guess Spirit is like, wait, let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. What's up, Lioness? How are you doing, beautiful? Is it Friday? Oh, Friday. Friday for you. I was like, did I lose some time? Nice. Well, happy vacationing. All right. For those of you that have been dealing with someone for years, like it's just been a thing. Let's talk about it. How you feeling about this person? No. What's your attitude towards this person? There we go. Ain't that the truth? 5 years and going. Some of you upwards of 5 years. Ain't that the truth? If you've been dealing with someone for years, this is how you feel, right? There's issues. You don't come to my channel unless you got issues in relationships, okay? This is true fact. Truth boulder. You're like, I'm hopeful something will change. I feel absolutely neglected, left out in the cold, maybe ghosted. But more than anything, I feel pushed aside and physically, mentally, and emotionally rejected, neglected. But I have just a little bit of hope that things will change. I have hope that if I keep going, no matter how difficult it is, things will change. That's this. If that's you, welcome to the show. Check out my other channels here on the YouTubes. Links are in the description. Oh boy. All right. Well, you pretty much summed up how you feel. You feel like this person has pushed you aside, neglected the connection, neglected you and your children for some of you. Some of you may be a single parent. Oh boy, you're not happy with this person. No. Man, all the cups are in reverse. All the cups are in reverse. And yet, you hang on instead of moving on and healing. Too afraid. Shit, you're telling me, so I gotta stop. Thanks, Fred. I gotta stop. Fred's like, stop. I went too deep. I went too deep underneath the deck, but it's okay. So, here's the deal. Here is the deal. You keep this loop on. You keep the loop open instead of changing your course. Good morning, Shannon. Thank you so much for that donation of love the other day, baby. Yesterday, day before, I don't remember, but thank you. Truly, thank you so much. You always get me after I've gone. I'm no longer alive, so I don't have a way of telling you thank you. So here it is. Stuck in a rut. Unable to heal. Feeling defensive and guarded because you are emotionally exhausted. Emotionally overwhelmed. Absolutely. Overwhelmed emotionally. boy, this is somebody that you have been on again, off again with, or they've ghosted you multiple times. More than anything, they've pushed you aside. They have neglected you not only physically in the physical 3D, they've neglected you emotionally. So this has caused you a lot of emotional torment because they haven't shown you any love. They haven't expressed their love to you. Maybe they've used your emotions against you. And yet, you still hang on. You still hang on without doing any deeper work, without taking any time to truly sit back and reflect on it and do any deeper work. You may not like me after today, and that's okay. This is not going to resonate with everybody. But if you're feeling like this, because you've been hurt and your emotions are so deeply wounded, you're so overwhelmed emotionally, you may feel numb, but at this point, you still keep going. You still keep fighting for it. Why? What are you getting from this? What's up, Lucky? Redbeard. So why do you still keep fighting? You still keep hanging on. You still keep the door open. Some of you keep this door open and you stay in this cycle. This is a sick cycle. This is a very sick cycle. Keep fighting for it. It is a very sick cycle. You're stuck in a sick cycle. And what happens is you stay stuck in this sick cycle without actually doing reflection, deeper healing work, and evolution for yourself. Instead of walking away from it, putting it behind you, learning the lesson so you can actually heal your heart space and maybe even forgiveness for dealing with this person, or forgive yourself for walking away from this. Some of you won't walk away because you feel guilty for walking away. Oh, it's a real deal message here today. And I'm so glad Fred said this. I'm so glad, because what do? We're afraid of hurting somebody else. Do they fucking care how they've treated you? Do they care how they've treated you? 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups reverse, stuck in it. Queen and Knight of Cups reverse. This person may have ghosted you and blocked you, and yet you still hang on waiting for years. Do you realize what you're doing to yourself? Do you realize what you're doing to yourself? Instead of leveling up, moving on, some of you are hanging on to this person long after it's been gone because you can't seem to forgive this person or forgive yourself. Whatever. But what's happened is a lot of you feel guilty or fear walking away. What if they find somebody else? What if they come back? What if we can balance things out? You've got that tiny, minute grain of hope that maybe things will change. I love you. You need some healing. And I'm going to tell you that you need to forgive yourself, and you need to really figure out why it is you keep holding on to this thing. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe we'll work things out. Maybe they'll love me back. Maybe they'll stop neglecting me. Oh, thank you, Lucky, for that donation of love, baby. Wow, that's wild, Shannon. I just heard Mariah Carey, that really high-pitched. She's got that soft vision of love, and then that she's got that screaming, high-pitched, whoo, and I was like, I just heard it. It was like, it sounds much better than what I just did, but Vision of Love. Vision of Love by Mariah Carey. Yeah. Afraid to walk away because maybe they'll come back. Maybe we'll work things out. Maybe they'll love me back. Fuck this shit. This is painful. This is painful looking at. This is so painful looking at. Because what you're missing out on is actual love. What you're missing out on is real deal love. You're missing out on authentic, respectful, loving love with another person, holding on to this. You're holding yourself back. The longer you hold back from this, from actually seeing where you need to heal, doing the review work, and looking at why you're still holding on to this. Why is it so painful? Why am I still holding on? Thank you so much again, Lucky. You got real deal love. You got Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and Ten of Cups right here. If you can just get the heal on this. Let's put on some healing energy. Let's put on green. Green is healing. We need some healing on this right here, right now. Across the board, I'm sending you all you have to do to accept Reiki energy healing is just accept it. It does no harm. It works where it needs to work in your energy field. And I think a lot of you need some deep healing here. We get stuck in these places. Maybe because we can't forgive somebody for hurting us so badly. We get stuck in these places because we love somebody so deeply. I can't believe I could ever love anybody ever again. I can't believe anybody else is out there. The world is full of billions of people. Do you seriously believe that the universe chose this one person for you? Do you seriously believe out of the billions of humans that live and reside on the same planet that you only have that one person? That's the best that you can fucking do? Do you seriously believe it? Somebody's got to get through to you. How long have you been holding on? How long have you been waiting for somebody that ghosted you, left you out in the cold, abandoned you, neglected you, hurt you, abused you, mistreated you, used you, mistreated you? That's more like it, mistreated you. And instead of actually sitting back and looking at this from a healed place and doing what you need to do, you stay stuck. And you still defend this person, or you still fight for this person. You still wait for this person. Maybe one day, a fraction of hope, maybe one day they'll love me back. Maybe one day they'll come back and ask for forgiveness. Maybe one day they'll love me back. Maybe one day. That's bullshit. You're lying to yourself. Man. Yeah, Mariah Carey squeals. Yeah. That's funny. That Mariah Carey squeal is something else. Y'all so funny. It's intense. Oh, thank you, Lucky. That's so sweet of you. Here we go. Why do you hold on? Why do you wait? Why do you defend this person? Why do you protect them? You gotta be shitting me. Why do you fight for it? Because you love this person. Because your heart wants this person. You want this person bad. Your heart wants this person. You want them bad. And yet, no matter how much you love them and how much you want this to work with this person, the Three of Swords, third-party energy, pain in the heart space, heartbreak, heartache, breakups, everything. Right there, Three of Swords. Despite the pain, you still keep running this heart train towards this person. Okay? That's funny. That's funny, Shannon. I wasn't laughing at this, but this is a serious message. 9 of Pentacles. This person is self-centered, possibly disrespectful. They don't care. Or they leave you wondering what's happening. Are we a thing? Are we not a thing? What are we doing here? The King of Pentacles in reverse. Some of them are in other relationships, or others of you used to be in a relationship, but regardless, they're not standing up for this relationship. King of Pentacles, can't even trust them. Or they're extremely conceited. Extremely conceited and self-centered. Juggling. Third-party energy, some of you. Yep. And yet, we hang on to the fact that we're friends. We're working together. We're trying to get things off the ground. We'll rebuild. So you hang on with the hopes that this person is a friend. You can keep them in your friend zone. You work together. A lot of you, it's, I'll keep them around as a friend. And maybe one day they'll love me. You're lying to yourself. You need some healing. So that's why you defend them, because despite all the pain that they've caused you, they're your friend. You want to rebuild with them. You want this person. Your heart loves this person. Despite all the pain, why do you continually go after somebody that causes you? 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups reverse, Knight of Cups reverse, 3 of Swords. Why? This is the question you need to ask yourself. This is a real deal reading today. We intuitive wellnessing today. We are intuitive wellnessing today. If this is your message, give me a thumbs up, possibly subscribe. I want to know who this resonates for. I want to know that this resonates for somebody. We do this. But instead, you're coming from an unhealed place waiting for this. If you were a normal person that hadn't been damaged at some point in your life, if you were a normal, average, everyday, regular person that had not been healed, I mean, you are a normal, regular, average, everyday person. What I'm saying is, if you were a healthy individual that hadn't been damaged at some point in your life, you would not accept this kind of love. This isn't love. I'm sorry, y'all. This is not love. This is a person who either uses your emotions against you, or who doesn't open up to you, who is emotionally unavailable. And the more emotional unavailable they are, the more that they are unemotional, and the more unavailable they are to you, hurts you that much more deeply. More and more and more and more. You say, no, we can work together. We can rebuild this. We're friends. We can do this. Okay. But you're coming from an unhealed place. There's an unhealed wound within inside of you that allows you to think that this is okay. When this is the real deal. The Knight of Cups, somebody who is authentic and loving and real and romantic, openly expressive, wears their heart on their sleeve, and is not afraid to talk about emotions. Queen of Pentacles, somebody who respects you and sees your value, puts you on a pedestal, is ready, total opposite of this person, is ready to husband or wife you up. When those emotions start flowing, they're serious about a relationship. 10 of Cups, long term. That's what this person is keeping you from. No, you are allowing this person to keep you from something beautiful. So, what are you afraid of here? It looks like you're afraid of something. I ain't afraid of no ghost. You're afraid of something here. You're afraid to walk away. Redbeard says she's actually serious. I better pay attention. Oh, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Cancer. And Virgo. Those are the strongest. You're afraid of being valued. Oh no. There's the stress. There's the trust issue. Okay. So here's your fear. In case you didn't know, I'm going to tell you. You're afraid of being valued and treated and respected. You're afraid of being treated well. Because if you move into a better situation, a Queen of Pentacles situation where it's nurturing and warm and loving, you're afraid that you're going to be mistreated again. Some of you are afraid that as soon as you move into a new relationship that is warm and nurturing and welcoming and loving and respecting, that this person will show back up, or that they'll start loving you as soon as you move on. There's some abandonment issues that you got going on. There's some fear and some abandonment issues. You're afraid that if you move on to a new relationship and finally let go, that then nothing will change. Some of you, then nothing will change. You'll constantly be stressed out because you won't be able to trust someone. You have some major trust issues when it comes to love, and you need some deeper healing. And I hope that that you get that healing. If you would like a Reiki session with me, links in the description to go ahead and schedule that. You just book now. Book a Reiki distance healing session with me, and we'll address all the issues all at once. For those of you that are on a smaller budget and you would like to try Reiki out, try my Reiki Wallpapers. Self-love. Self-love. Those are first and foremost in this situation, because you would not allow somebody to treat you like this if you loved yourself. If you respected yourself and loved yourself fully. You're coming from an unhealed wound, and these kind of people will keep you strung along because they're using your unhealed wounds against you. Energetically, they may not know what they're doing consciously. Energetically, they go after the wounded animal. You understand? They're going to keep you where they want you because you have an unhealed wound. You're not being your authentic, loving self, staying in this situation. Some of you, you're not even with this person. This person has been done gone, but you're holding on. Others of you, you are with this person, and you're not getting more than just friendship out of this person. You're constantly in, I don't know if we're in a relationship or not. That's not love. If you're coming up with 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, the first card out is the number one. Pay attention to. The next card out that I'm looking at, that's screaming at me, is the World Reverse, which means you haven't learned a serious lesson from this, and you haven't shut this door. And the longer you hold it open, you're holding yourself away from something absolutely beautiful. So if you could close this door, this nasty negative karmic cycle, or this cycle that you keep allowing yourself to loop through this, you need to forgive yourself for that. Forgive yourself for staying. Forgive yourself for not learning. Forgive yourself for not knowing. You didn't know. You love this person. You wanted it to work. When is enough enough? If you were a healed, healthy person, you would not continue this mess. This is messy, and it's painful, and it's not hurting anybody but you. I don't think this person cares. Okay? So, what's the lesson? No, this person doesn't care. Look at that. King of Swords reversed. Do you think that person has a warm heart? No. No. That person right there is... They behave foolishly. Act like a fool. Speak like a fool. Act like a fool. Some of them cut you off. Some of them are very cold, callous, and even narcissistic. Why do you hang on to these people? They're not even communicating with you. They're not taking any action towards you. It's time for you to move on. Learn this lesson and move on. Is it going to be painful? Possibly, but damn. It's your decision and your lesson. Your decision, your lesson to move on from this. I can't tell you what to do, but damn, y'all need to do some healing here. You're unhappy. You are so unhappy. The way I see it on paper, right here in front of me, on the screen, on the desk. You've been in so much pain dealing with this person. You've already been through so much pain with this person. Like, could you go through open heart surgery without any anesthesia? Seriously, that's fucking pain. They cut your chest open. I hope none of you ever have to do that. But damn, that's the kind of pain that is associated with all of this. 3 swords, 5 pentacles, 5 cups, Queen of Cups. Man, you talk about over giving to this person. Underappreciated, undervalued, and in pain. And you carry it with you each and every day. Each and every day. Could you sit down, lay down on a table and have open heart surgery without anesthesia? Because that's how fucking intense this pain is. You wouldn't know what a real deal relationship was if it fucking sat on your lap. If it came up in your face and said, hey, I love and respect you and honor you. I'm the real deal. You wouldn't know what it would be like. And that's what you're afraid of. You're afraid that if you actually are appreciated and you have a loving, warm, respectful relationship, which you're holding yourself back from. 10 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Warm, grounded, loving, long-term. You wouldn't know how to handle it because you would be afraid that you would be put out in the cold again, and that you would be stressed out, overwhelmed, nothing would change, and that you wouldn't be able to trust someone. So some of you, it would be that if you moved on to something better, if I just respect myself and I move on to better, this person's going to come back. So what if they do? They missed out on a beautiful, amazing opportunity with you. That is their choice, their decision. But if you let this string along and you continue to open this door or leave this door open to this person, you're only holding yourself back from a beautiful, beautiful creation that you manifested because of being with this person for so friggin' long, or for holding this pain for so long. Real deal conversations early in the morning. I hope you had your coffee. I'm Feather. What's up? Like, share, subscribe. Join the tribe. You know, Goddess of the Moon, you need to have some patience in regards to this, because this has been chaos and pain, and you need to balance yourself out. But more than anything, you need to forgive yourself so that you can allow love in. Forgive yourself for fighting for this. Be easy on yourself. Could you show yourself a fraction of the fucking care and compassion that you showed this person that has hurt you so badly, or that you've allowed you've allowed yourself to be hurt by this person? They didn't hurt you. You've allowed it. Real deal. Crossroads. It's decision time, baby. What are you going to do? Wake and bake, baby. Wake and bake. You going to wake and bake? You going to stone out and glaze over and keep doing this? Or are you going to make a decision to actually take your energy back, use your experience, your wisdom, and listen to your intuition? Where should you be going? Where should you be headed? Where should you be going? Looks like you need to evolve and heal. Okay? Sky High, what's up? Sky High says, I asked the Most High to cut the cords and remove him and his energy from my whole existence. That's awesome. You can cut cords, you can dissolve cords, but you're not doing your healing. It's a deeper rooted situation. It has nothing to do with this person at all. It has everything to do with the fact that, in this reading anyway, there's an unhealed wound that causes you to stay in situations that are painful. This is something that goes back to childhood, possibly. Maybe you were orphaned, abandoned, left as a latchkey kid. Maybe you were unloved and neglected as a child. I don't know. But that kind of hardcore energy is why there's an unhealed wound here. You're not addressing it. So you can cut cords all you want to, but you're still going to continue to attract people just like this until you address that deeper healing. You pull your energy back. It's a deeper rooted thing because you're going to continue to attract. It has nothing to do with them. I love it. Cord cutting is amazing. It can help alleviate a lot of the stress, a lot of the painful thoughts associated with somebody, the negative feelings. But until this wound is addressed, it's a deeper wound. It's a fear-based limiting belief or wound that allows you to continue to hold on to and nurture fucked up situations. So the deeper element here for me, let's swing it to a healing situation. Anxiety, stress, overwhelm. You lack courage. There's actually an opposite thing go on. There's an opposite thing that happens here. For those of you that want to know, what I'm seeing here is that there's a self-confidence issue here where this is possibly something that you learned from childhood where how do I put that, Fred? Help me out. Some of you may have had to have been caregivers for the adults in your life. You may have had alcoholic parents or drug parents, something like that. But yeah, it's like you. Thanks, Shannon. Forever caretaker, absolutely. It's like you have a self-confidence, bravery. It's a disconnect. It's instead of devaluing someone or degrading someone or demeaning someone or seeing yourself as better than someone, instead of doing what is best for you in the face of adversity, you cower and you caretake. You cower and you caretake. So this comes from having to take care of somebody at some point. A lot of times, from my experience, I've seen this many times. You cower instead of standing up for yourself, and you caretake. It's like somebody abuses you or mistreats you, you're going to come back that much nicer. For instance, I was told my whole life as a child, never hate anyone. Never hate anyone. It's not okay to hate. It's not okay to be hateful or to hate anyone. Had I been able to hate people and to be hateful and not have to just accept how they treated me, I wouldn't have been in half of the relationships, 75% of the relationships that I've been in my life. I wouldn't have dealt with them. I would have stood my ground. I would have spoke my voice. But you got to be a good girl. You got to always be nice. You got to always be a good girl. You're not allowed to hate anybody. Regardless of how somebody treats you, you come back nicer. You caretake. You feed their ego. You're a caretaker. Because you may have had to, this is a learned thing for some of you. You would have had to have learned this from some, it's a pattern. It's definitely a pattern that has been learned, and this needs to change because this stresses you out. Like when I get stressed out, when I get anxious, when I get, when I have trust issues, when I have trust issues and when I get stressed out and anxious, I caretake instead of defend. Defend, defeat. It's like fight, flight, or freeze. This is a freeze. You don't fight. You don't leave. You caretake. You hold on. You take care of the people that wound you the most because it's a learned pattern for most of you. Sometimes it's not even from childhood. It's just because of the abuse that has happened or the treatment that has happened. It's just like over time you've learned to, oh, they'll calm down. I'll feed them. I'll take care of them. I'll pet them and feed their ego, and then they'll be fine until they behave badly again. That kind of stuff. So this is something deeper that needs to be addressed. You can cord cut all you want to help alleviate some of the stress and some of the negative overwhelm and the negative thinking that causes a lot of this emotional distress. But until this is addressed and truly looked at and reviewed by you, why do I still have hope that this will change? Why do I still hold on after all these years? There's no love. There's no compassion. There's no care. There's more pain and agony and neglect than anything. And I think that that's okay. Why? Them's the words, them's the messages. That's what I got for you today. Ask yourself that question and tell me in the comment section down below what you come up with, okay? You tell me in the comment section down below, because this needs to happen. You need to walk away. You ain't got to stop loving this person, but damn, block this person's energy, go on your own sojourn for a while, and figure out all the answers. Why do I continue to allow myself to be treated like a piece of shit? Why do I allow myself to be treated like a piece of shit when there is somebody out there right now on this planet that has a heart of gold and that wants to be with me for the rest of my life? But I wouldn't know it if I saw it. So I'd like to see it when I see it. I'd like to recognize it when it walks past me. So ask your spiritual team to help you out in this. Some of you, this is very soon, if you can get the shift. Some of you, it might take you a couple months to get this shift, but damn, get this shift, because you've been holding on to something very, very painful, and we don't even recognize it. We don't recognize it. Sometimes we do all the shadow work and something else is just lingering. Oh, there's something else. You don't have to be healed or healing. There is a wound there that needs to be addressed, okay? So, work on that. Ask the universe to move that shit. You don't gotta list it, name it. You ain't gotta do any of that. Some of you may want to consider therapy depending on how trauma-filled your life was. But I wish you all well. And if you need healing, check out my website. Okay? Until next time, I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Namaste.